Okay, so I actually wanted to mention that I reached 150 games on my list. I didn't actually expect that. And yeah, to actually celebrate that, I want to include some games from 2023 before changing the new card. So I wanted to change it earlier, but so I will include some more games from 2023 actually, because in 2021 I actually only have 2 games, so I don't know what's happened there. If I checked, actually in 2021 there was not a lot of games that are actually good, so there's only 2 games. So yeah, without further ado, I think this will be the last video with the GTX 1050 Ti. So let's jump right to it. Okay, so this is the Watch Dogs Legion from 2020. And it is running on absolute minimum settings. Okay, yeah. And this game actually only can reach 30 on minimum settings. So yeah, this card is actually definitely done. Yeah. So I have only 2 last games actually. On this card, and I will change it. Yes, because yeah, this card is actually done. So yeah, this was Watch Dogs Legion from the 2020. Okay, so I want to include a very cool game from 2020. It is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And the graphics, I tried to keep it on high, and those settings that are not important, actually I leave it on low, because I want to keep 60 FPS, but of course the graphics on high as well. So this mission is one of the coolest ones, I think, because there was a very good mission in World War II when you need to infiltrate the German headquarters, but this is the Soviet Union. headquarters in the Cold War. And this is the Lenin. So I was always wondering if this is the oversaturated things, or this really looked like that. Everything is marbled floors, marbled walls. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So yeah, so you can apparently play this game on GTX 1050 Ti. Of course, it is a game from 2020, but still, there was the year where the...
Comrade Belikov, have a seat. General Secretary Brezhnev has taken an interest in the new security development.
Where is the... 2020 was the year where the GTX 1050 Ti started to struggle. So yeah. But still, this mission don't have heavy action fighting scenes, so we could test it out, no problem.
There's a mole within the KGB. The committee wants someone from the first Chief Directorate to oversee Colonel Kravchenko's investigation. If you've not met him already, this is Imran Zakayev.
Thank you, Secretary Gorbachev. And thank you all for welcoming me with open arms. I can think of no greater tragedy than a home violated from the inside. Trust and love within a family is sacred.
Apparently. Not everyone shares your beautiful sentiments.
Comrade Belikov, as head of security, I understand you've practically exhausted yourself trying to unearth this mole. How is that gone?
I am not a patient man, Belikov, or a compassionate one.
Until the mole is found, I want security increased around the bunker. Zakayev, do you have any recommendations?
We should restrict bunker access. We also want to cultivate closer relationships with all of you. I want to know your hopes, your fears, your ambitions.
Be thorough, but we don't want any significant disruptions. And you, Belikov? Who do you think should retain bunker access during the investigation? Sound thinking, Comrade Belikov. I would prefer it if only General Charkov retains his bunker key. So you will see to it.
Worry yourself no longer. I've already ordered the bunker keys collected from the men.
Comrade Belikov, we are in grave danger from the capitalists. Our collective, our very way of life is at risk.
The traitor will be caught. And he will pay a high price for his betrayal.
Belikov, you are dismissed.
Okay. So this was the cool, interesting scene with the President Gorbachev. Or as they call it,
I'm being watched. I need a bunker key. First, I'll have to kill the cameras.
or as they call it, the Secretary Gorbachev. Or maybe he didn't become the president. right now. I think he'll become after the Cold War.
Sir.
This area is restricted. If I'm
How can
spotted
I help
here,
you, sir?
below my cover. Now I need to hide the body.
What? What's going on? Yeah. So this is a pretty cool mission, and actually 1050 Ti holds up pretty good. Even on high settings. Well, of course, there is no action happening, no
I have
shooting.
to get a bunker key for Adler. I'll need it to access the vault. Unfortunately, Charkov now has the only one.
Okay. So these are the paintings of the Soviet Union. Those Soviet doors, actually. Everything looks so expensive except for the doors. The doors looks very, very cheap.
What can I do for you, Comrade Belikov? The General will be questioning a prisoner today, but should be available most of the time. Just let me know when you're ready to meet with him.
I have a chance to kill Charkov. Kravchenko's office will have the poison I need.
Okay, so okay, so the action is access is restricted. So Kravchenko has the poison. Okay, so I need a picklock. Can I get caught doing this?
You hear about my son?
The armory guard has a weakness for Cubans. Okay, perhaps a bribe could get me inside.
So this is the eliminate the informant. Okay. So it is this guy. Cheap asset. Okay, the frame dropped a little bit.
Albert will be pleased. Now I need to focus on the bunker key. It's not easy being a double agent, huh?
Okay. Okay, so what is this? Okay, so he has the poison in his office. So the Charkov, I think it was this guy with the beard that he thinks he can catch me. We'll see about that. Okay, so this is not the walkthrough of because it takes too long. So I just want to include this game because it was really cool, and actually it runs pretty fine on the GTX 1050 Ti. So this was a Call of Duty Cold War from 2020. Okay, so this is the Hitman 3 from 2021, and it is running on absolute minimum settings actually.
It's a private area. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame
And
Carlyle.
yeah, it is running absolutely fine.
That
No
is
problem.
Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take...
Yeah, so that's how you... Okay, so it is running actually absolutely fine on 60 FPS.
If you follow me,
These new Hitman games, they are actually pretty well optimized.
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns to
I'm coming with my son!
Whoa!
Oh, hey, you! Enough with the choking! Stop that right now! Regret this! Copy that. I'm under fire! Someone help!
Okay, so this was Hitman 3 from 2021. Okay, so this is the Resident Evil 8 from the 2021. And it is running on absolute minimum settings. And it actually struggles. It sometimes drops from 30 FPS actually. So yeah, I think this will be the final game for the GTX 1050 Ti, and then I move on to the new card, because this is totally unacceptable to play like this. Maybe if you are a console gamer, this is good, but as a PC gamer, this is totally unacceptable for me. So this is gonna be the final game from 2021. So yeah, so officially the GTX 1050 Ti, at least for me, ends in 2021. So yeah, this was Resident Evil 8 from 2021. Okay, so just for the final video I wanted to show that these are the actual settings. Everything is actually turned off. Doesn't really matter actually. And yeah, this game even struggles to reach 30 FPS. So this is actually
How far could you have gone?
Yeah, this game is from 2024, 2023. Almost 2024, I think. And yes, I don't know, you cannot play it like this actually. Especially when the action happens. I know it looks fine when nothing is happening, but when you will be running from the villagers and you need to shoot a lot of people, yeah, this is not gonna be good. So yeah, 25 FPS.
Anyone home?
25 FPS on the minimum settings. More like 20. So yeah, this was Resident Evil 4. And it was released in 2023. Yeah.
This is not good.
So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it is fine here because it's super closed area. Nothing is happening in here. But when you actually go outside, the FPS will drop to the 20s. So yeah, this was Resident Evil 4 from 2023. Okay, so tried one last game before swapping the GPU, and this is the Need for Speed Unbound, and it actually works on the GTX 1050 Ti. Of course, this is the absolute minimum settings, but it is 1080p. So yeah. But it actually works. Sometimes frame drops, but nothing too crazy. There was no crazy stuttering or something.
Ready to help rebuild Lakeshore.
Because a city is only as strong as its foundation.
Morgan Stevenson is that foundation. Paid for by Waterside Construction, making Lakeshore great again, one corporate headquarters at a time.
Oh goody! More tech billionaires. Just what the lake needed.
Yes, but it actually works only 30 FPS most of the time. But you don't actually need a lot of frames on the racing games. So you can play this perfectly fine on 1080p. On GTX 1050 Ti.
Whoa. I've never seen a meetup this packed before. Better get your game face on.
Okay, so this is the actual race.
Oh shit.
What?
I'm feeling the pressure.
Strap in.
Welcome to Lakeshore. You have to be this tall to ride.
I got this. I'm doing this. I'm literally doing this right now.
That's it. Keep up with them.
But the controls of this game is actually pretty terrible, and you cannot change it.
I'ma tell him you jacked me.
Wait, what?
Just playing. I'm glad it's you in the car with me. It's been a long time coming. Just don't tell Rydell.
On what?
That's what I'm talking about.
The game don't look that great on the minimum settings. But the important thing is that you can run it. That's crazy. 2024, 2023 game on 1050 Ti. That was crazy.
What's slipping? I'm through.
So So yeah, 50 FPS. Alright. So we can definitely play this game. Okay, so
That meetup felt weird. Needed a bit more style, you know?
You wouldn't know style if it fell out of the sky.
Please, I'm only letting you drive this thing because you needed something to do.
What are you talking about? I have lots to do. Posing on the hood, looking cool. Usual.
I'm telling you, when I'm running those meetups, they'll be epic.
When you're running those meetups.
I'm not gonna be in that garage forever, you know? This girl's got ambition. You feel me?
Ambition to finally get some style.
I always have a plan.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I do doubt you have style.
yeah, the game actually looks pretty terrible, but yeah, you can run it. Some dips are on the when you freeride, but it's a good thing that there is no dips when you're racing. So yeah. Okay, so this was the Need for Speed Unbound from 2013.
Car's looking good.